Hi there, I hope everything is okay, is great with you. Today is a very special day for me. I'm remembering a person who lived before me, but uh, whose energy is very much present in every day, everything I do. So her name was BK Jagadamba Saraswati, and she was a leader. And the she was a leader at times where leadership was just male. So this video is for her. So first of all, in a few languages, the word for leader is neutral, at least the ones I speak, Portuguese, Spanish and English. And yet, why? Why do most of leadership positions out there are occupied by male? By the way, at least in a few countries like Colombia, there is a tendency, and people are considering the word leader as male, and so they are using another word for female leaders. And because of gender bias, many will have some difficulty to define a female leadership. And in fact, even so, that's the name, that's the type of leadership. Many men's leadership, well, is female. And the opposite is also true. Many women, their leadership is male leadership. But I found a very useful list that can help understanding it and hope may motivate leaders to consider developing those qualities, even so their type of leadership is different. Even male leadership, you can develop those somehow. So there are 7 qualities, let's say, that you can work on that. And they are part of the profile of a female leadership. First, they are people oriented instead of being oriented by tasks or profit. Okay? I used to compare the good leaders I've met in my work as a business consultant, and I've met many, with the leaders of Brahma Kumaris, where I have been for almost 40 years now. And this quality was obvious, particularly when I made a mistake. The female leadership of Brahma Kumaris was more concerned with people involved, with myself even, instead of things, even when they were valuable. And that paid along the time. Second, cooperation instead of competition. It's very interesting. It's a different perspective because when you have an idea as a leader of creating an environment of cooperation, the energy changes. Okay, it changes completely. And instead of competition, you start to see things from a competency paradigm. So the ones who are good, they are doing that, but the ones who are not good, they are also good in some other things. It generates a creative environment, and that inspires and motivates through knowledge, teamwork, and mentoring. Third thing is multiple levels. Take a big program of Brahma Kumaris, like for 500 people, 1,000 people, or even more, okay? Or even less, 100 people, 150, okay? One person is able to coordinate different levels of the operation. Okay, it's not exclusive of female leadership. We have contemporary leadership also, which works as a mix between leader and boss. So it has some aspects of strategy, but also it's very efficient in terms of operational. But in the female leadership, there is a little flavor, that makes it even better. A mixture of happiness, as if the leader would be playing a game. Everyone is playing a game when there is a big program. So that decreases or alleviates the tension, and people feel motivated to work even harder for inclusion. One of the biggest errors of male leadership is the exclusion paradigm, and that's a reality because it ignores the value of each person no matter their skin color, social class, or any other label. Female leadership includes, not for the purpose of just including, just to be nice. It values the person for what they really are. And it gives a chance to anyone with the required profile, no matter what's the shape or form. Fifth, empathy. It's not easy to find a male leadership person with empathy, but that's one of the first qualities that comes to mind in relation to female leadership. I remember an experience of struggling, really struggling. And the reaction of two leaders connect to me. One of them, a contemporary leadership person, even mocked me. Really, he mocked me. But the other one, who is more on the female leadership, she extended her hand beyond any expectation I could have. 6. Change management from within. It's a little different. Although not all leaders, female leadership type, will have this one, it's quite common because it comes with the adaptation and tolerance power, the inclusion capacity, the capacity of managing different levels at the same time. So leaders, they should manage from within, from their heart, and their own capacity, their own energy. Or otherwise, they would get lost, after a disruption, after a crisis or chaos. Rather than that, what happens is they become like a lighthouse, a beacon, showing the path to other people. And the last quality, the 7th, total focus but no tension. And I have noticed that so much in the leaders of leadership type, female leadership type, they are totally focused on the objective, which can be just reaching thousands of people or talking with just one person, but they don't feel tension, at least not the big tension. It's like there is a extraordinary energy flowing through them, and they inspire others to do the same. Okay, this is video. I hope it will help people to understand better female leadership from my experience. And also, I hope it inspires many leaders to develop those qualities. Okay, bye-bye. See you next week. Take care.